Okay, hi everybody. Today I'm in the Turbo Commander, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two videos on how to do an approach with a Reality XP GTN 750. And the reason I'm making two videos is this GTN 750 gives you two options to make an approach. You can do a precision approach or a non-precision visual approach, which is one I actually like. It's more fun. You can use it in X-Plane as a precision approach. It's only called a non-precision visual approach because it hasn't been certified yet to do a GPS precision approach, but apparently the government's working on getting it certified, and then you'll be able to legally do a precision approach. So right now we're going to do a visual approach, non-precision, and you can think of it as a precision approach. And the way you do it, you go to your flight plan. First you go to your map, because we're going to go to Hamilton from Kitchener. And what I like about the map is if you use your scroll wheel and scroll out, you see all the little blue waypoints. You don't get this on any other GPS in X-Plane. This is the GTN 750 is the only one that labels all the blue waypoints. You get the waypoints, like the GNS 1000 will show them, but they're not labeled. Here they're all labeled. And we're going to go over here to Brantford. Where's Brantford? It's up here somewhere. Back off more. Kitchener to Hamilton to Brantford. Well, trust me, I know where it is, and I've already pulled up the two waypoints that we're going to use. We're going to use Sussex and Pibru. So we're going to go into our flight plan. There's Hamilton. Maybe I'll see Brantford here. Brantford should be right here somewhere. You know, getting closer. There it is, right there. And to zoom in, there's Brantford. And we're going to use Suxib, this one here, and Pibru, which is right about here. I think it's this one. Pibru right here. Suxib to Pibru to Brantford. That's going to be our flight plan. That's what I like about this thing. You can select them. All these red things, those are towers, and they're red because we're below their height. We're flying right now 100 feet off the ground. We'd run into them. If we were above them, they'd be yellow. Like this one must be down in a valley. And if we get way above them, they'll turn white. Anyway, back to our flight plan. Go to flight plan. Kitchener's the first one. The next one we want is Suxib. Suxib. Next we want is Pibru. And the final one is Brantford, because that's going to be our final waypoint, our final destination. Brantford. So we got our flight plan in. And go to map. If I zoom out, you can see there's our flight plan, the yellow and the white. Make sure the CDI, see here it says GPS. It can say VLOC or GPS. Make sure it says GPS by clicking on the CDI with the left mouse button. And other than that, we're ready to go. And then you'll see how nice this thing works. And once we get to Pibru, or close to Pibru, when you get within 10 kilometers, we'll get a visual approach menu pop up, and you can select your runway for visual approach. And this plane goes like a rocket. get up to 2,400 feet in no time at all. Lift off, V1, gear up. We're already up 140 knots, climbing like a bullet. So what I do is I go to my autopilot, select my target, altitude is 2,400, put on my autopilot, click on nav, click on my altitude, and it will climb to 2,400 and settle down. Back off some of my throttle. Now watch this. See, it says 23. It should stabilize at 2,400. Probably come back down a bit because the autopilot's got it. And you can see we're on a flight plan, headed for suction. I'm doing 185 knots, climbing up to 190 knots, 9 nautical miles to suction. This is the city of Cambridge. I think that's 401. Right there, that's the Toyota plant. It's the Toyota plant. And there's Townsend Motor Freight. I worked there for over 20 years, long haul trucker. This is Highway 401 that runs from Detroit to Toronto. This is Cambridge. And this here is Pushman's Lake. They got a beach there called Barbers Beach, and Toronto's off in the distance. Toronto's way over there. I'm getting too close to the edge of the map. Toronto's way off there on the horizon. Six miles of suction. Look at all the speed just climbs on this thing. Zipping along at 200 knots. Let some of that speed bleed off. Now when we get your visual approach, when we get within about 10 kilometers, we'll get a little menu button here saying visual approach. They can click on and select your runway. We're going to line the runway 23. Put our traffic on. There, the little yellow dots are traffic. I will get a warning if there's traffic in the area. 3 miles to suction. I left the ATC off so you can hear me talk better. It's kind of annoying when I'm trying to talk to you and it's in the background. Normally I go to ATC Live and I put it on and then I can enjoy the flight. Zoom out. That's how we're going into the airport. There's Brantford right there. We're at sucksib. We're making our turn over to Pibru. We just have to wait now for the visual approach menu to pop up. We're 8 kilometers from Pibru. There's the visual approach menu right there. It just popped up. So we're going to do a visual 23. You click 23, activate it. Right after you activate it, go to your autopilot and select approach. And this is the approach with red line, and we're still on course for Pibru, but when we vector in, we'll vector onto the red line at V3NM. Use the course to runway 23, 6 nautical miles. That's the city of Brantford. I know this airport, Brantford. I've mentioned it before. This is the airport I used to keep my plane at. It's an old World War II training base. So they've got 3 runways in the shape of a triangle. I gotta get the speed down. See, starting to lose altitude already. I put my gear down. It'll help knock some of the speed off. And like this plane, they've got the throttle modeled wrong, because look how fast we're going. We're doing 140 knots, and I got no throttle on at all. I got the gear down. That's okay. We'll get a little closer. I can put some flaps on. On some flaps. The runway in sight. City of Brantford. That's Highway 403. Takes you over to London. That way takes you to Hamilton, actually, and that way takes you to London. And the plane's flying itself. I've said this before. I don't have my hand on the joystick or the controls. I'm only operating the throttle. This plane lands around 100 knots. It comes in pretty hot. It's a heavy airplane. You actually got to fly it in. You can't float it in. You got to drive it onto the runway. Ready to shut down the autopilot when we get close. still not flying the plane. Flying itself. And this is called a non-precision visual approach. Getting ready to shut the autopilot off. It's firing out for me. Looking nice. Touchdown, autopilot off. Brakes on. Reverse thrust. Power. Reverse thrust off. Brakes off. Just off so I can see where I'm going. And that's how you do a visual approach. Hope you like it.